Welcome back, everybody. What is going on? I am Benningfield. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoy this video, please press that like button, and also you can follow me on Twitter at Benningfield01. We always post when a new video drops or whenever I start a live stream, and you keep in touch with me because I do subscriber requested car builds. You can tweet it to me. DMs are open. You can do that, or you can just comment below on any of the builds, and I do go back and check those. Now, we do have a subscriber requested build today. Big shout out to Rockin' Boy Cool. He wanted Bumblebee from the Transformer movies. He didn't specify which one. As anybody that watches the show knows that he's changed several times through the movies, and they had the original cartoon series. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do 3 different versions of him today. We're going to start it off with Back from My Childhood, a big flashback, the original cartoon series. So yeah, there you go. In the original cartoon, he was a Volkswagen Beetle. He wasn't the off-road version, but it's the closest you can get in the game. So if you want to build this one, bring up your phone, go down to the Southern San Andreas Super Autos. You can filter list to off-road. That'll get you there a little quicker. And he's right there for, yeah, it's the BF injection for $16,000. Purchase that. And if you are buying it, you buy it in yellow. It comes in the color you already need, so you don't have to change that. But if you do find it off the street, I will show you what you got to do there. So yeah, once you have that in your garage, you'll want to bring it down to any Los Santos Customs or up to your office garage workshop like I do with mine. Strictly cosmetics. We don't focus on anything else like the performance stuff. So yeah, your armor, brakes, engine, and horn, that's all optional. You don't have to do that. I do always do the xenon lights just because I like the brighter lights. I think it looks better. But that's not necessary really. For the plate, as you can see, I added the Autobot plate just because I had it already for the car show, and I think it's a nice little extra touch. And then for the respray, if you do find it off the street or for whatever reason you order it in a different color, go to primary color, go down to classic and select yellow. Then you'll want to back out, go to secondary color, again go to classic and select yellow again. Then yeah, the suspension, I always do competition suspension. Well, I usually do for like the race car looks or whatever, but this was he was a standard Volkswagen Beetle, so you want to lower it, gives it a little bit closer to that look. Like again, I do realize he's the off-road version, so it's not going to be perfect, but it's close you'll get in the game. Transmission turbo is optional, and for your wheels, yeah, we don't really have, you can't change the wheels on it, so we just have to go with the stock ones. The tire designs you can't even do, but I do suggest the bulletproof tires if you're going to be driving this around because people will shoot them out. And tire smoke, you really don't have to have. That's optional if you want to add it. But yeah, that was a quick build on this one. Now, I will be doing 3 different versions of Bumblebee. This is just the first one. So yeah, this is the original like 1980s cartoon series version. And we will be getting into the 2 different movie versions next. Okay, now for the second version of Bumblebee that I'm going to be doing, there is from Transformers the movie, the first one, when Sam Witwick, he first purchases him, and he's still that old school Camaro. It'll be right here. And for this one, you're going to bring up your phone, go down to Legendary Motorsports, and we'll have to scroll down and find this thing. It is right there, the Impante Nightshade. It is a more expensive one. It's $585,000, but still not too bad. You want to purchase that. You can purchase it in whatever colors. We're going to be changing that anyway. So yeah, purchase that. Whenever it shows up at your garage, again, any Los Santos Customs will work, or your office vehicle workshop. Once you get it brought up here, we'll modify it. Armor, brakes, doesn't matter. Bumpers, front bumper, you want to leave that stock. So stay with the stock front bumper. For the rear bumpers, we don't want a wheelie bar on it. So leave that as stock rear bumper. Your engine upgrade is completely up to you. The exhaust, you want to leave the stock exhaust because there was no side exhaust. So the stock. For the grill, you want to do the chrome open grill, your second option. So make sure you get the chrome open grill. For the hood, you want to go to the performance hood, which is again the second option. Get that selected. Horn doesn't matter. Lights, again, I always do xenon. Not completely necessary, but I just think they look a lot better. The plate, again, I have a custom Autobot plate, so I went ahead and put that on there for a little extra touch. So if you have the iFruit app and the extra money, you can spend it or not. It doesn't matter. The respray, your primary color, you want to go down to matte. You want to select matte yellow. Get that on there. We'll back out for your secondary. You want to go down to matte again. And I went with a matte gray because in the movie it was black, but he was a little faded and all that stuff. So we just went with the matte gray. Back out of that. Roll cage, you want no roll cage. So just keep it no roll cage. Spoiler, you want the ducktail spoiler. So that is the fourth option. So yeah, get the ducktail spoiler on there. Suspension, I do suggest going sports suspension. Go drop it all the way, just looks better in my opinion. Transmission and turbo are optional. For the wheels, I'm going to go into wheel type, muscle, stock rims, and by the Muscle Freaks. Get those on there. And then back out for the wheel color, you want them alloy, so they should come that way, just leave them alloy. And then for your tires, you want the tire design on it because he did have the lettering on the tires. You can add that. And again, I suggest bulletproof tires you're going to be driving around, but all that stuff's not necessary. We're just going for looks here. So yeah, that would be the second build. This is from the Transformers 1, the first movie, where Sam Witwicky goes to get his first car, and he ends up with this one, which is Bumblebee. And in the movie, it does have a little throwback to the first car that I built, because the original one was a little Volkswagen Beetle, and if you remember from the first movie, the Bumblebee smacking that Volkswagen Beetle in the door and all that stuff, and causing him to buy this car because he wanted Sam to have him. But anyway, that's a totally different story. That's all up in the movie. But yeah, here's your second build, and we will be getting in to my third and final version of Bumblebee. Okay, now for the third and final build. But before I get into that, on that last build, I think I forgot to mention for the windows, do the light smoke on the windows on that second build. So yeah, make sure you do that one on there too. Now for the third build, this is also from the first movie. This is whenever they were making fun of him and he scans the new Camaro and he becomes that one. So for the third build, here we go. Now I realize the car guys are going to be like, hey, that's not a Camaro. I know, but it's the closest thing we have in the game. It's more of like a Challenger look, but it's still really similar. So bring up your phone, go on down to the Southern San Andreas Super Autos again. You can filter by two-door to help a little bit, and then scroll on down. It is toward the bottom right there. It's the Bravado Gauntlet. It's only $32,000. Purchase this in whatever color. It doesn't matter because we're going to be changing it anyway. So once you have it in once it comes into your garage, you can bring it to your office workshop, or you can take it to Indy Los Santos Customs. Armors, there's not a lot of options on here, so this shouldn't take very long for you to build it. Armor, brakes, engine, horn, doesn't matter. Lights, do xenon. For the plate, again, I have the Autobot plate, so I'll toss that on there for the added touch. The respray, I'm going to go to primary color, metallic, and then you want to scroll all the way down. You want to get the regular yellow, and then I would go and put a pearlescent on it and do you want to do a black pearlescent because it comes with the yellow pearlescent, and that kind of bleeds over into your secondary color. So I would suggest doing the black pearlescent on it. Then go to your secondary color, metallic, and just put that as black. Yeah, then we'll back out suspension, do that all the way. Sport suspension, you want it as low as possible. Transmission, turbo is completely up to you. For the wheels, go to wheel type, sports, chrome rims, and get the Super 5s. Mine are free because I've done whatever the challenge was to get them free. If you want to save a little money, you could do you can do the stock rims and do the alloy version, but he was like a shiny chrome version, so I would do chrome and Super 5 if you have the money, or especially if you have them free. So yeah, you get those put on there, and we'll back out. We're not changing the wheel color, obviously. The tires, you do not want the tire design on it. He didn't have that on the new version. I do, again, get the bulletproof tires you're going to be driving around, because people shoot it out and just be jerks about it, but it's not necessary for the look if you're just using it as like a showpiece. And tire smoke is up to you. And for this one, the other two builds, well, the first one didn't have a window option. The second one, I suggest the light tint because it didn't have a tinted windows, but this one I do suggest putting the limo tint on it, and do light smoke on the last build, but on this one do the limo. and you'll get like that new car version of Bumblebee from the original movie. And yeah, I've realized that there's a couple other versions of him along the way, but we don't have any cars in game that are really that close, and these are the 3 closest. So these are the builds I wanted to include. And if we ever get another car that's close to him, I can always do another build later. But again, a big shout out to Rockin' Boy Cool. He suggested the Bumblebee, and he didn't specify, so I gave you 3 different versions. So yeah, appreciate you guys coming out. I am Benningfield. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, please press that like button and follow me on Twitter at Benningfield01. My DMs are open on there. You can straight just tweet it out to me if there's a suggested car build you want, or you can comment down below, and I do look at those. And if I do, I'm going to try to get as many of them as I can from subscriber requested, and you will get the shout out just the same as everybody else does. And I appreciate everybody coming out, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.